for good Q4 performance, will it benefit us advertisers how to rank higher even in real time? ACoS now decided. What we find is that if you go super aggressive when conversion rates are low, what will happen is that you will end up losing money. All about timing. With seasonal products, it is a pain and it is a butt. It's all about timing. This was our thesis, and this is the strategy you're asking about, and one that's talked a lot about the space, but I don't think anybody's tested it. So everybody's just spouting theories. This is what we found works, and we found this out 2 years ago, I think. It does work. You can rank the products. And so the theory is if I lose a little bit of money and I rank now, then I'll make up for it afterwards. And what we found after the season was done is that total ACoS is just so crazy. Even when you get really low ACoS during the peak seasonal days, it doesn't make up for it. You can look at the accounting data. We're running like a 6.7% profits, which is not great. Now, this is a really competitive category, and we launched it super late. This client's super aggressive intentionally, which is why we were in conversation through the whole thing, but it wasn't that great. So we found is what ends up happening if you launch too early is margins take a massive hit. And so when we were looking at it and we were looking at the search volume, what we found is that the sales spike in all of our accounts pretty much always mirrors the search volume of our main keyword. And so what we did is we pivoted our strategy. Total ACoS is ad spend divided by total sales. So if you spend and sales just aren't there because there's no market demand, all you do is just drive up total ACoS. So what we did is we did some deep research. These are screenshots of Helium 10. You can use other tools. Basically, you want to look at the search volume history of the keyword, and that will help you anticipate, relatively speaking, within a couple of days of themselves, when that peak season will hit. And then what you do is you just make it. Now, what I will say is that if you have like a fall apparel item, that seasonality peak will vary based on weather conditions. So there are some products where it's like, yeah, we kind of know during roughly this month that we're going to hit peak season. We're going to start pushing into the season, but it's also dependent on if people are cold or not. So there's that. What we did, we pivoted our strategy to mirror our ad spend pushes with the consumer behavior trends. And then we have a pretty good after peak season adjustment. And so what we did is we went from a 6.7% SKU net margins to a 28.9% net margin just by mirroring this. And you can see the total ACoS before peak season was only at 13.2, where it had been crazy high before. And so that's what we did. We're mirroring, you notice this trend is our ad spend. We're looking for market cues in sessions increases. You can see the sessions increase right here, and we start pushing up spend to meet it. So you gotta pay attention. It's really intensive if you want to run this strategy, by the way, which is one of the main reasons why we have really low ratios of ad managers to accounts, so we can watch stuff like this like a freaking hawk. But if you want to have the best performance and maintain margins for a seasonal product, that's what you want to do. Now, what you're doing in the meantime is you got to make sure that the ads are set up. You do want to test. You want to understand what keywords convert for your product. You have to have the foundation in place. So I'm not saying don't do anything until peak season. No. Do your testing, get your keywords in check, get your campaign strategy, get it all there. But once you have it, you're not going super aggressive to rank the product until the conversions are there.